Hey guys, this is Hades. This is a Raid Shadow Legends video. Guys, we've had confirmation of the next Fragment Collector, the next Fusion Champion is coming. And damn, we're going to get our first Legendary Starter Champion. Let me just check the date here. I think it's starting on the 10th. Yeah, so a week today, next Fragment Collector is going live. It's going to be Supreme ELHAIN. We're going to go through a kit now, see what we think. But they've actually done this for us today, which is the first time they've done it. So I'm going to share it with you. We've got a little video graphic of how she's going to look in game. Still got the kind of same ELHAIN jiggle going on, which is cool. Almost like the lightning bow. Pretty sweet. Kind of stayed quite true to her original design, I'd say. So it's not too... It's almost like a reskin rather than a change up in full. But damn, she looks cool. We know she's going to look cool because they're really good at this type of work. But yeah, Supreme ELHAIN. Let's go through what they've got to say before I bring her skills up. So Void Legendary. So we actually got a chance of picking out a Void Legendary. That's pretty rare to do that from a Fragment. And Fragment Collectors generally are easier to get than proper Fusions, which is cool. We've got here, Supreme ELHAIN will be a PvP-orientated champion with mechanics that can counter some parts of the current arena meta. We will see about that. And then they go into a skill, so I'll do that in a second. She's got a passive as well. Cool. She does damage, blah, blah, blah. Lots of damage, lots of hits. Okay, let's take a look at her skill set then. See what we think. Supreme ELHAIN. Is it a must-get fusion? I'd say if you've got an opportunity to pick up a Void Legendary Fusion, Fragment, whatever, then that is something that you probably should do. Yeah, even if you feel like currently the skills, the quality is not quite there, I would say this is something you should do. Interestingly, so it's starting next weekend. I'm just wondering, honestly, on my free-to-play, I've got 2 Sacreds in the bank, and I am hitting now Nightmare every day. I've got challenges coming up where I can kind of pick up a few more shards. Normally, shards is the barrier to whether you can do a Fragment Collector or not. Do you have enough to kind of get you over the line? And I might actually, instead, I'm on the year of YOLO. I was going to pull these shards today, but I might actually just hold and go after this fusion and see if I can do it with kind of pretty much bare bone resources. But let's go into it then. So ELHAIN's A1, Exemplar of Strikes, double hitter. Each hit transfers a random debuff from this champion to the target. Fine, so it kind of just depends how much damage she does, but very similar to her current A1, normal ELHAIN's. A2, Let None Live. On a 4-turn, books to 3-turn cooldown. AoE hit. Damage increases by 10% for each debuff on the target. Now, this is quite an interesting one, right? So, for the normal player, it's just, does this hit hard? Does this hit really hard? Is it a cool AoE skill? When they say it might be able to mix up the current arena meta, well, this is her AoE skill. It doesn't ignore any defense. If there's debuffs on the target, chances are, polymorph is definitely a thing. And they're saying that polymorph just don't bring any debuff as well. You need debuffers to increase her damage. So polymorph straight is anti-Supreme ELHAIN. That's straight up. That's where it's at. So any of the kind of plat guys will probably already be looking at her and thinking her AoE isn't really the one in the current meta. Just bear that in mind. Also, though, resets the cooldown of Crack Shot if she kills someone, which is quite important because Crack Shot attacks one enemy, ignores Ally Protect, Strengthen, and Shields. Pretty much a good answer for net crit protected champions, yeah? And gets an extra turn if she kills someone. So she might be able to one-shot somebody, then go into her an AoE. If she kills someone in the AoE, she gets a reset of Crack Shot, so she can cycle skills very quick. That's for like a normal arena meta. But I think in terms of like proper endgame plats, I don't think she's doing enough. She doesn't ignore Stone Skin. Yeah, she doesn't have ignore defense. You need debuffs to make her stronger. The only thing I'd say she's pretty good at anti in here is a net crit right now. But if people are in Stone Skin, she still won't be able to do much against that. So I don't know if she does really anti the proper endgame meta. However, if she hits hard, she's going to be great for the average player. Yeah, my free-to-play, even my main account, honestly, she might be good for. I don't think she's like a meta arena champion based on her skills. We've also got here this passive, implaceable. Immune to decrease attack, so you can't reduce her damage. Inflicts 20% more damage against targets whose attack is lower than hers. This is generally PvP. Yeah, most PvE late game content, even if they're defense-based champions, they have a really high base attack. So you'd have to build with a ton of attack, honestly, to really get the most benefit from this from PvE. Which is a shame, actually, because I feel like she might actually be better for most people as a PvE champion, as a wave destroyer, getting a quick cooldown on kind of her two main skills. Increase attack in all battles as well. Her kit feels a little bit plain, I would say, but she's going to have to hit really hard. She's a void legendary. They must be bringing her with big multipliers. Only one AoE. This has got to be an absolute cannon of a strike. And this has got to be an absolute cannon of a strike as well to make her relevant. But yeah, I feel like she's probably going to be decent. For the average player, I think she's going to be very good as a pickup, as an absolute nuke for your account. But do I think she's breaking into plat level play? Probably not, my view. Anyway, let me know what you think down below. I will definitely be picking this one up on my main. As I say, void legendaries are hard to get, and you don't really want to let one slide if you've got one coming that's just available. I guess it does now solidify that they're probably going to do the other 3 starter champions as supreme champions over their 4th anniversary kind of period of time. So maybe the next 4 fusions in a row are all going to be starter champions and reworked. A bit like I spoke about in my video, probably going back a month now. Anyway, guys, I've been ELHAIN. I'll see you later.